Hi guys, I'm Etta Rosa with Etta Rosa LLC. We are a paralegal firm and we also do consulting for law firms. And one of the questions that I always get from my clients is how do I pick the correct software? So there's a couple of answers to that. A lot of people don't go back to the basics, what I call the basics. And the first one would be, okay, well, what do you need? Not what you want. I know everybody wants the bells and whistles for like $10. But what exactly do you need? And have you actually analyzed your process? So the good thing about law is that not that it's predictable, but it's very systematic. So if you are, for example, in personal injury, you know A, B, and C is going to happen during intake, Z, E, and F is going to happen during demand stage, so on and so on. And similarities happen throughout, such as real estate law, sometimes in corporate business, merge and acquisitions, depending on the type of law and the type of state you are. But in general, every practice of law has what I call a roadmap. So you want to create your roadmap first. You want to see what process can be put in place, what can be automated, what cannot be automated. Obviously, all those do's and don'ts, and kind of feel for basically a system or a pattern per se in your particular practice of law. Once you've done your what I call roadmap, then you want to actually look at what do you need in order for this process roadmap to actually work for you, not for the entire firm, not for, your colleague, for your firm, for personally for you, how are things going to get organized and managed accordingly. And then after you figure that out, then you talk to your colleagues, talk to your receptionist, legal assistant, paralegal, supporting staff, associate, partner, whomever it is that you need to have this process also work for after you have already made your list. So that way you have something, some basis to go by and then build up from there or build down or whatever the case may be, depending on what you're looking for. So after you've done your roadmap, after you've spoken to your supporting staff, colleagues, etc., then you want to look at the return on investment, right? Business 101. You always want to make sure that what you're investing is what you're actually getting and then some. So you want to make sure that whatever software you're going to invest in will actually make you more valuable, make the process work more steady so that you can at the end make a profit, work more efficiently, work more accurately, less, reduce errors while actually doing a faster process. Making sure that everything is going the way it should go, everything is where it needs to be, and so on and so forth. It depends on what you're looking for. But then what works and what doesn't work, right? So everything is trial and error, of course. So what I suggest is you look at three softwares and then you test them out. You do the demos, you do the training, you go full on. You don't invest anything until you actually know how it works in and out. So that way you can assure yourself that this is going to work for your firm. Once you see the do's and don'ts, then you look at, obviously, the pros and cons. So this one didn't work because of X, Y, and Z, but this one was really bad because of A, B, and C. So you want to compare your softwares, go through the demos, go through the training in order to see what actually works for you. After you've done your three, doesn't matter what price range, obviously you want it to be within your budget, but it doesn't matter. You can go from the most expensive to the least expensive. It just all depends on what actually works for your firm. So a lot of people like to go to Litify, which is, the Salesforce of law, basically is what I call it. And it's pricey. Sometimes it works for the firm, sometimes it doesn't. So just because it's more expensive, it doesn't mean that it's actually going to work for your firm. So I never just say go straight to Litify. No, there's other ones that you can look at. You can look at Action Step. It's in between. It's a price range. You can look at My Case. You can ask your colleagues for referrals and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's really your decision as to what you want to invest in and what's actually going to work for your firm. Because the horrible thing is that when you actually invest in something that wasn't even worth it and is not even working for your firm. So you always want to make sure that before you invest, you actually know what you're investing on and actually figure out if it's actually going to work for you. For tips on software and any referrals or suggestions, just let me know. Contact me via email, phone, whatever. And I hope you have a great day.